Hello, hello, and welcome to the Centralized Podcast. My name is Pedro.
And I'm Miguel, and you just joined us in our mission to decentralize the world wisely.
And very important, wisely it is. And it's getting harder and harder to be completely wise in this industry lately. But anyway, grab your drink. I have mine, coffee, and sit back and relax because in this episode we will get not really nerdy, but actually how you can become nerdier. Let's see.
Oh, we are going to contage other people.
Exactly. So, um, and during the episodes, if you are still awake and thrilling with our discussion, press the like button only once, okay? Not twice. And subscribe to the channel because we are a very new channel and we would really love your help to grow up. And
And don't forget to get back to us in our social media. You have the links on the description of the video. So you can ask us any questions and any doubts that you may have. So feel free to come to us.
yeah, and if you are watching us live, feel free to post questions in the comments so that we can address them live here with you. That's a really cool thing of these live streams. Okay. So, first things first, we will start with the. We just finished the hackathon, the ETH Online 2023 edition. Um, we entered our project, the handle, and probably in the last episodes you've been following our participation as we documented almost everything. And yeah, it's finished. Now there's not much we can do. It's done. Um, we didn't have much time, unfortunately. These 2 weeks were kind of crazy for both of us, but we started a thing that we hope to be um, the future of usernames in decentralized social medias. Um, don't know if people will like the idea or not. It was fun for us to build, and maybe we think that we will continue building it um, and make it a reality. So let's see. Let's see.
Yeah,
If you want
this
to
is
check out, you can go to our GitHub. It's there, the project.
Yeah, this is a very small piece of the big picture, and the thing is, this is really something that it's needed. So even though that it's very simple and small, it's something that it's really required for something to grow on this part, and to easily grow. It's not just uh, to have some complex piece of technology that nobody will be able to use. So it has to be simple to use, and it has to be how can I say? It has to be usable.
Yeah.
So
And the most important thing is that it's a protocol that is uh, developed in the regular and supposed to be protocol style, uh, which I think that in this space has been confused, to say the least, in the latest years. Uh, it's an immutable thing, and nobody controls it. And there's no owner, and there's no wallet that can do nasty stuff. So what's there is what you get, and I am an OG in this space, and I really believe in the immutability and censorship resistance and permissionless. systems. And this is permissionless, censorship resistant, and immutable code. And I have in my laptop a sticker that says "In code we trust." That's for something, right? And uh, but yeah, we just wanted to say that it's finished. We are not hoping for any prize because we don't think that our project uh, is enough. But let's see. You never know. So it was not the first time that we were surprised with some prize after the fact from some um, sponsor of a hackathon that we don't even knew that we won. So let's see. Anyway, participating in hackathons is not just prizes; is also the fun of doing things and doing open source, and that's it. So, without further ado, let's move on to what's happened. What happened in this week in Ethereum? So, a lot of things happening all the time. Uh, One of the things that I wanted to talk about is that Goerli testnet is deprecated. Now, Sepolia is the correct testnet to be working with. And another thing that is very important is a new version of Slither. Uh, I don't know if you guys know about Slither. If you know, if you don't, you should. Slither is a tool that is possible to integrate with your development environment, where you can do uh, extra testing of your smart contract code to see to check for common vulnerabilities like uh, the most common ones, the reentrancy and stuff like that. So a new version was released. It improves Viper support, has new detectors like incorrect return, return leave, and return bomb, stuff like that. New printers to print information for us, and improved Foundry support. I am a very uh, defensor of Foundry. I really love. It's very straight to the point. I really like that, and so I don't have anything against hard hats. Nothing. They were supposed to hire me, and then they don't. But it's not because of that. Anyway, nice guys. If you are watching, hi. But I really like Foundry and the testing, being able to develop testing solidity and with integrated fuzz testing. It's very very cool. So um, that's why I really enjoy Foundry, and it's good to have Slither finally improve the Foundry support, which was a little bit clunky. So yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah. So
Um,
yeah, we've been using that tool a lot. So the thing is, it does static code analysis to your code, and it just reports the issues or the most common issues that developers do while coding. So you don't need to run it. You don't need to run the smart contracts. It will just analyze your code.
yeah,
And yeah, enjoy it. It's fun. You can also use it on your command line for the geeker ones. So yeah,
yeah.
have fun with
The
it.
only problem with Slither is that it's a little bit tricky to install, but once it's done, you're good to go.
Yeah.
So now more stuff. One thing that pops to mind is that Ethereum is pumping, Bitcoin is pumping, uh, CRO is pumping, Link is pumping. So everything pumping,
Yeah.
and it's always fun. I don't really enjoy. Um, I don't care about price usually, but whenever price is pumping, I
It's
I
always
feel
good.
I feel wealthier. I don't
Yeah.
know. So um, more information. Um, let's see what I can find here. Um, by the way, we just released a video of a scam that is going on. Uh, one of the thousands of scams, of course, but that one came to me directly, and I received an email asking if I want to claim my BlockFi funds, and I found it a little bit strange because the process, the trial is not finished yet. They are still discussing the uh, bankruptcy stuff. So yeah, it's a scam. It's a phishing scam. So don't fall for that. Watch our other video and be aware. Don't lose your crypto. And yeah,
Yeah, go watch the video for details. Pedro is explaining clearly how to check if it's a scam or not. Um, there are other types of scams. I also got a phone call a couple of months ago about some other company saying that, well, you have some investment in some platform. Yeah, I do. So yeah, so we want to talk to you about something, which was I don't really recall what they wanted to talk about, but it was something like to give you more money, so please give me your account information. And yeah, well, of course it's a scam because they won't a serious company won't ask you for anything that is that can identify or unlock your account in any kind of way. So
yeah,
be aware of such schemes, even though they are calling you directly to your phone. They don't do that.
yeah. I receive like 2 or 3 calls every week of investment advisors, uh, and at first I was trying to be polite and saying that I'm not interested and blah blah blah, and they kept calling and calling and calling again. So right now,
Oh my god.
what I do is when I pick up a call and it's someone investment whatever, I just say to them, I don't know where the heck you got your database with my phone or email or data, but please remove it immediately or I'm notifying the authorities. Goodbye. So, if you are a legit investment company that wants to really talk to me, please don't tell that in the first phrase because
Yeah.
that's what you will hear from my side.
Yeah, regarding that, I think I have about 10 numbers already blocked on the blacklist. And the funniest thing that happened is because what I started to do is that I pick up the phone, I see it's such a company with that kind of talk. And I just, I'm not interested, and I just disconnect. But the funniest thing is, some guy waited a couple of days, called me again. I answered the phone, and the guy just said, "Fuck you." And that was it. It was really funny. And I was just looking for that because I know, because the numbers usually call from the UK, and I already know. Actually, I already missed a couple of phone calls from legitimate
Yeah,
companies that were saw my got my number from LinkedIn and stuff like that, and they were trying to reach me, and then they had to
yeah.
reach me through LinkedIn. But yeah, well, it is what it is. I just blocked the numbers from the
Uh,
UK from now.
no, but I don't block because I receive many international calls and I'm not interested in that. But as soon as I can, I just finish the
Yeah, but
conversation and that's it.
those numbers, you are able to block them because you know what they are already.
Yeah, I have a long list of blocked numbers, but they call, every time they call from
Yeah,
a different one, so it's
yeah.
there's no use. Um,
I think
so
they should have a limit on the numbers they have. So I don't know.
yeah, another important information is that it seems that this season, it's the season of hackers trying to move funds from scams. So everyone is trying. So even the FTX hacker, aka whomever Bahamas, whatever, or whomever Sam Bankman-Fried, uh, 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 aka Sam, uh, the fraudster. So I don't know if it's him or someone at his control or someone in the Bahamas government, or there's a lot of uh, stuff that was talked about that because of that hack. Um, but they are having a hard time. It's being interesting to watch because they were trying to send funds through one bridge. It got hacked. Uh, so they were trying to send funds through another bridge, and the bridge got altered to avoid them to send funds. And this is double-edged swords, I think, in my opinion, as I am a defensor of immutability and permissionless systems and trustless systems. This is showing that there is a lot of trust in this decentralized uh, era for my taste. What do you think about that, Miguel?
Well, I think it's a
I
phase.
completely don't get me wrong. I don't want hackers to move away with funds. I don't find it interesting. Uh, but I really think that it's annoying that people steal and scam people. I don't like it at all. Uh, but this rings more bells to me than them moving away with the funds.
Yeah, well, I think this is a phase because people are used to trust institutions to make things, not to make things work, but to how do you call it? People are hoping that institutions to get in to solve problems that happen, and what we need in the Web3 space is to build things that make that either impossible to do or not worthy to do, so that we don't have to to intervene. Nobody has to intervene to block
But
bad
they
behavior.
shouldn't.
Yeah,
There, the
it shouldn't be
problem
possible to do that.
the problem is anyone having superpowers. This is not the idea of blockchain technology or Web3 or whatever. Uh, I trust in code. I don't trust in people.
Yeah,
There
well,
are only a few people that I trust, and it's not someone in some protocol allowing me or not to do a transaction.
yeah,
Uh,
well,
I don't really like that.
with
Uh,
with
and
great power comes great responsibility, and I don't trust
yeah,
people with great responsibility to act every time in the best way. And
that's the whole point of uh, building trustless systems and trusting code instead of people.
yes,
And this is breaking everything. Every
yeah,
pillar of trustless and decentralized and immutable systems is being misunderstood or misdeveloped in this new era of attempt decentralization. And I really think that we should do better. We should do better code, and we should have systems that operate um, seamlessly. I don't. I don't really like the idea of someone confusing me or me somehow getting a transaction from the wrong uh, wallet and having my funds blocked. That doesn't make any sense, right?
yeah.
Imagine
Well,
that one hacker is a little bit more pissed off by not taking the money and starts sending one way to every wallet in the world, or random amount to all the wallets that he finds online. And then people just start uh, blocking all the wallets that got in touch with that wallet of the hacker. And this is not possible, right?
well, it is possible.
No, it shouldn't be. It
It
shouldn't be,
shouldn't be.
right?
Yeah.
I'm
Then
just I'm
we
just
we are
throwing one
we are
one
falling again
hypothesis,
in the
but
because we are falling again in the centralized space.
yeah,
We are trying to decentralize stuff, but that is falling again in centralization. So because
but we
and allow me to explain this because
yeah,
people need to understand that if there is one wallet that has extra powers on a smart contract, it's centralization of power.
yeah.
So if that that account can do whatever it can do with superpowers, uh, who is controlling that power? So we may have DAOs that might control the power, and they have some sort of balancing system.
And DAOs
But
get hacked all the time.
yeah, we are just
And
increasing the complexity of
yeah,
things. So what should happen again? It's to make the scammings and phishing and the bad behavior in general not worthy to be done. Um, so that nobody has to use superpowers to take some uh, to take some route that they want to impose on that time.
the problem is people want to save in security before launching projects. Then projects get hacked, and they want to be safe from that irresponsibility.
But yeah, it's what I was
And
saying at the beginning.
so
People are used to have institutions to make the best of bad behavior. So it's like if you do a transaction to the wrong account, you just call your bank. Hey, I just make a transaction to the wrong account.
people that
Please,
want,
please roll it back, and the bank will go there
man,
and tries to roll it back, and
people
it's
that want
all just fine.
banks are fine.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
use banks.
The
We
thing
are not
is,
asking you to join the decentralized revolution.
yeah.
Keep on using banks, okay?
Yeah, but you have the other
Uh,
facet of this because the Web3 is trying to pull people to the ecosystem. So I can give you another example. It's the you have to store your private keys, right? So that you can use your account. But if you lose your private keys, you're done. You're
yes,
done.
and you
You
should
lost
be
it.
aware of
You
that.
lost it. Yeah, but people are. But we are trying to pull people into the Web3 ecosystem. So
You can't
people will
have both.
lose. I
Uh,
know,
uh,
I know. But
wha-
since we are pulling people, we are trying to facilitate their entry. We are trying to properly onboard people, and people are not really used to that paradigm.
Man,
So
then
if you lose
teach
your
people.
you lose your email password, you just click on a link saying that you lost your password, and
I
it
see,
will
I
be
see
recovered
a lot
somehow.
more efforts. I see a lot more efforts trying to build centralized systems on blockchain
Mhm.
than teaching people how to
Yeah, I do agree.
don't
Yeah.
rely on centralized systems.
Yes, I do
And
agree.
that's the problem. That's the problem that I see. A lot of people want to create mutable contracts, want to create DAOs and superpowers and this and that. And they are what they are doing is just ruining our revolution, the
Yeah,
decentralized
I do
revolution.
agree. I do agree. And the thing is,
And this is
for
serious. Uh,
people like us, well, like us, Web3 developers, uh, trying to facilitate the entry point for common people, because common people don't know how to act in this situation. If they fail, they will lose, and that's it. And the people are not used to that. People are used to have the institutions like your Gmail account, like you just click on the forgot your password and you recover your password.
yeah.
So
I really think that
I
we
think
should
it's
embrace
a phase,
more.
as I started to say at the beginning. I think it's a phase while we onboard people, but we have these two routes that we are falling into. So we have the centralization route, like you have. We have internet right now, but we are using clouds. So we are centralizing everything once again because with the internet advent, we did decentralize a lot of stuff. Everybody could have their own web browser at home. So it was really decentralized. But then again, for security, people will start to centralize again and clouding everything. So right now,
For
everything is clouded.
it's doing what is simplest, not what it's
Yeah.
more secure.
Well, and safest.
Safest for
Well,
whom?
yes, safest. At first sight, it is safest because, well, again, if you lose your password, you just click a link and you recover your password, right?
Man,
But if
when
Gmail closes, you lose all you all you have.
just to summarize, when I started developing in blockchain back in 2015, 16, uh, this space was if you say that right now it's the infancy of this, at that stage it was like germination, or I don't know the name in
Yeah,
English.
yeah, yeah.
It was just like the ovulus of this, and everything didn't work and so on, and it was really really hard to develop in this space, and I didn't stop.
Yeah, well, it still is hard to develop and
Yeah.
to do things properly. It's still not easy,
Now,
right?
right now, it's a lot easier than in
Yeah,
2016.
for sure,
Come on,
for sure.
and
What I'm
the
talking
problem,
about is
the,
the things that we have to do to keep things decentralized. It's not easy to achieve that.
but we are not here because of
Yeah, I
of
know
the
because
easiness of
yeah,
this space.
yeah,
We are here to build the right things,
exactly. Yeah,
and that's what worries me. We are here to build decentralized systems. We are here to build the future of finance, the future of value transfer, the future of our kids' freedoms. And
yeah,
we keep on centralizing stuff, and we keep on valuing uh, the safetiness
and
of
and, uh,
use
and you know what?
in this favor of security, trustless,
Yeah,
decentralized, immutable code. And that's what worries
yeah.
me.
And you know what?
I was
Most
not,
people don't care.
people don't care
Yeah,
because, but I really think that the first impression in this space is what counts. And I really think that we should make the distinction early on to everyone that is joining this space. What is a centralized thing that if you want to use, you can, but what is the decentralized version of it? And make the distinction because, for instance, that's why in the United States right now, they are everyone is confusing FTX fraud with crypto. There's nothing crypto related in FTX and Alameda.
yeah,
Those are centralized companies with centralized structures with that were able to defraud mm, possibly millions of users from their funds, and crypto doesn't do that.
yeah.
Crypto is fair, is impossible to commingle stuff, and that's the problem. It's easy when you confuse the things, when you don't draw a line between what's centralized and what is decentralized. It's very easy to confuse people and make them think that we are the bad guys, the crypto guys, not the centralized ones that were robbing everybody.
Well,
Okay,
most people don't know what crypto is. So
that's why
you can start from there because people
that's
don't
why
know
I think
what this is.
instead of doing the wrong
Let alone
things,
what's the objective of crypto.
instead of doing the wrong things for the right reasons, start doing the right things, uh, which is uh, helping people understand decentralization. That's where we should all be putting focus right now, not trying to find ways to keep on to prevent hackers or protocols from being hacked or whatever. That
I think there's something there that you won't be able to easily change. It's the sense of security that people have when you're talking about of institutions,
the sense
and
of security comes with immutable codes and protocols that are not hacked, and
yeah,
that's
no,
yeah.
no, people don't understand that.
I don't care about people. The
Yeah,
people,
but people are the
no,
users. So you
the
build
people that
technology for
don't
the users.
understand use BlockFi, use um, Coinbase, use Crypto.com, use centralized exchanges first, and then they start learning about stuff, and then they realize, aha, there is a decentralized version of this. Let me try, and then they should learn. Then in that space, I think that crypto.com is doing a very nice job, and also Coinbase. They have a lot
Hmm.
of learning material that people can start learning and so on.
Yeah, I
uh,
agree.
and that's the way to do things. Allow people to learn, to get educated, to understand what's risky and what's not. I had thousands of dollars in Have protocol and um, tens of thousands of dollars, and in um, Uniswap and in protocols like that. I never get hacked. I never get any problem with those protocols
Yeah.
because they are safe. They are,
Yeah, well,
uh,
those are safe. The others, they're just rug pulls.
yeah. So
But yeah, but people want that sense of security when you are putting money somewhere. They never have it. Look at FTX; they don't have it. Look at the banks; uh,
yeah,
they can also be rug pulls, and they are
the
actually.
problem doing the same shit as TradFi in DeFi is that people don't know the difference. And that's what worries me because it started all with the DAO hack
I'm
and the
I'm
fork
just
of
thinking on
Ethereum
something.
with Ethereum Classic.
Yeah, I'm
At
just
that time, I was against that. I was
yeah
against the fork
yeah.
because the DAO hack happened, and man, it was the first re-entrancy attack. Okay, but there, it happened. You shouldn't rewrite history because of that. World War II happened. We didn't
Yeah.
rewrite history.
Well,
Man,
some of it. Well, but in
come
any case,
on.
the thing is, what I was going to tell is that people
We are
trusted.
getting too long on this discussion. This is we can stay here for hours talking about
Oh yeah, for sure.
this
Okay,
shit. But
okay. Let me just say this, and then we'll
yeah,
wrap it up. The thing is, people will trust institutions because they somehow they have somebody, someone in charge, and either you trust it or not. But people tend to trust institutions. When you're talking about this kind of systems, you have to trust the machine. And the thing is, it's hard for people to trust the machine. It's not like your brain is built to be able to trust somebody, not to trust machines. And I don't know how easy it will be for people to trust a machine anytime soon.
oh man, when AI comes,
Oh yeah.
uh,
Well, that might be an answer. Like they
yeah,
can kind of replace people and impersonate somebody. So I don't know.
I am a
Might be.
developer. I trust machines a lot more than people.
Yeah, but you know what you're doing, and you know how to
Yeah,
code, and you know why you trust a machine. Most people
and
are not coders. People don't know. Well, even some coders don't know how to code. So how would
um,
they trust a machine?
man, I would trust the machine a lot more than them for sure.
Well,
Um,
if it's something that you are coding, right, or something that you can see the code.
and I'm starting to use AI every day. Every single day, I use AI and I love it.
Yeah.
Uh, People are very worried about, oh man, AI will take my job.
Well, I try to use it to start up some code so that I don't have to start that shitty skeletons, and it sucks.
No, it doesn't suck. Come on,
It
you.
is really bad.
What are you using?
The things that don't work.
What are you using for that?
ChatGPT mostly.
Okay. Uh, Try Copilot
Mm.
on GitHub.
Yeah, I can
It's
try that.
it's better, but you have to. There are some constraints. There is a trial period, and then you have to have a GitHub Pro. I am thinking of subscribing to GitHub Pro
Mhm.
because of that. But anyway, yeah. Let's jump to the theme of today, which is becoming a Web3 developer. Uh, our listeners are waiting for this topic for long,
Yeah,
and
and actually, our little talk was a nice intro for that.
yeah. So, becoming a Web3 developer in 2023. Um, it's not easy to get a job today. Uh, if you are thinking of becoming a Web3 developer in 2023 for a job, then I would advise you to don't think you will get hired because you won't. This is because it's not because Web3 doesn't have jobs. Yeah, they have jobs, but just not for new people right now. We are in a downturn of the economic cycle of crypto. And in this bear market, nobody hires new people. They just laid off a bunch of people, and it's like in tech companies during recessions. It's
Yeah,
the
it's the
same
same
thing.
cycle.
So there are only a few jobs, um and it's for senior and top level executives usually, and uh, it's not easy. So that's why I wanted to talk about this subject, because people just come to this space, start learning a little bit, and they hope to get a job, and they don't get a job, and they get discouraged and move away. Don't move away. Take this opportunity to show you what you can do in open source code. Okay. Uh, First, learn and learn well. Okay, don't go for boot camps or for if you pay me this, you will learn a bunch. Don't fall in that trap. Don't pay anyone, because there are a lot of good courses. Don't get me wrong, and uh, there are a lot of good boot camps as well. But the probability of you knowing what is good and what is not is very little when
Yeah,
you are starting. So probably you will fall in some funnel of some web strategy of someone to sell you the miracle thing to get a job in Web3 today, and that won't happen. Okay, sorry to hurt your feelings, but it's not the way. So what's my advice? Learn uh, proper Web3 development. If you are more a front end developer, you should learn. Probably start with hi hat and start learning Ethers JS. Start playing around with that. In There are a bunch of boilerplate code to start Web3 projects. Just go to GitHub and start and search for Web3 boilerplate or um, stuff like that,
yeah,
uh, and start learning by experimenting. There is also Solidity by Example uh, website, which gives you a lot of stuff to understand Solidity. Solidity is more backend, but a decentralized application always has a front end part and the back end part, and the backend is the blockchain code. It's the code that runs on blockchain. So usually that code are smart contracts, and the smart contracts are developed in Solidity mainly in Ethereum and EVM compatible chains. So uh, if you want to be a front end developer, you have to be able to talk to smart contracts, and to talk with to smart contracts, you should have a way to develop them just a little, just so that you can try it out. So I would put less effort learning Solidity. I would advise you to use some examples from uh, Solidity by example and remix, and you're good to go, right?
Yeah,
And
so you should start thinking on starting to build a portfolio that you can actually show somebody when you are going to an interview. And the thing is, start small, start with basic examples, and then you can just put your small projects in GitHub, and you will start to grow your GitHub account.
yeah,
So in with time, as you try some projects that you see, some tutorials that you see, you just post it on GitHub, and you grow your portfolio. Then you will start increasing your difficulty of the project, and maybe you start getting ideas. Maybe you start to try to figure out how to do certain things. And then you will go and find out how to do those things, and then you put it again on your GitHub account, and your portfolio just grows. And if you understand what you're doing in your portfolio, you can go to an interview and actually show, well, I have this portfolio. Feel free to ask me any questions you want about it,
yeah.
and yeah, you have a really higher chance to get hired.
But I really think that before the interview, uh, after that process of learning and getting used to the decentralized way of doing things, um, I would suggest to build something and
Yeah,
deploy it on a test net, or on and after deploying on a test net, deploy on layer 2. You
yeah,
pay a little
yeah.
money,
That
and you, but it's a completely different experience, working on your local machine and being able to deploy code to an independent test net, and even more uh, hardcore experience to deploy on a main net, even on a layer 2.
Yeah, and
uh,
that's where I was getting. As you are growing your GitHub account with smaller projects, you will eventually start to get ideas and try to figure out some problem, and
yeah,
that's where you are going to really gain experience on develop this kind of stuff. Of course, I do advise, as Pedro was saying, deploy that. Just deploy that, even if it's buggy or not really working. Just deploy it. It's an experience, and it's something that you have out there.
yeah. And then launch your own project. If you have one idea, it can be good, it can be more or less, uh, it can be very small. Don't worry, launch it. You will learn a ton with
Yeah,
that. Launch something, even if it's just a page that where people can do something. I don't know, your idea. Launch it. So you get to learn, you get to deploy, you get to deploy on mainnet, and you get to launch your own thing. You've done the entire uh,
yeah, the whole
circle.
cycle. Yeah,
And this is very important for you to understand the whole process, and you will have a ton of interesting things to discover, and failures probably. But the faster you fail, the faster you move on, right? And that's the way you learn. You learn from your failures, not from your successes.
yeah,
So uh, that's the first step, I think. It's to learn properly and to uh, exercise this deployment, really, uh, for you to learn new things, because you will get probably a lot of information from that. And then what I would advise you to, instead of sending CVs telling you are the best Web3 developer of the planet, uh, don't worry about that, because you won't get interviews. So get to GitHub, start connecting with the community, Start finding projects that drive you, and start contributing. Start small. Don't expect to go to the project and start implementing smart contracts right away. Um, you will probably will mess up and send bad code. But start doing the help wanted issues for some projects.
Yeah, usually
They usually
they have.
mark issues with help wanted
Yeah,
or first issue or stuff like that, so that people can contribute. Find those projects, find something that really drives you, that you feel you are contributing to something useful, and uh, do that.
yeah, and usually those projects have or Discord or Telegram, and so that you can reach them. So you can also reach us. By the way, you can also reach us
Yeah,
on the links below to us. So please send us messages with the questions,
yeah, and
uh,
if we can, we will help you out with some ideas.
and
And
don't forget to smash that like button, please. So as I was saying,
before
just
before sending the questions, because if you
yeah,
don't didn't like the
yeah, we
video,
will ignore you. So as I was saying, those teams usually have a Discord or a Telegram, so you can get to them and ask them how you can help them, and they will guide you for sure, because they will mostly for sure will need help, so they will enjoy you reaching them and offering your hands
yeah,
to
and
to do something useful.
usually when you join a project, the first thing that you usually can do right away is write documentation, for instance.
Yes.
Don't feel bad about that. You will learn a lot,
Oh yeah.
and by just
I
by
think it's actually the easiest way to learn. It's to write
yeah,
documentation for the code that you're seeing.
and just by joining the meetings of the project, you will learn a bunch.
Yeah.
And that's the first step, I think. Right now everybody is building, everybody is really in a hurry to build everything they want before the bull run begins,
Yeah.
because when the bull run begins, nobody will be able to develop, because there will be a flood of people using everything, and there will be a lot of requests and supports and problems, and uh, problems with scalability of things, and
Yeah.
blah blah blah, that prevents people from building, because there's too much distraction. We've been around for two cycles and something already, and it happens all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
uh, don't be trapped on that idea that right now is not the perfect time to uh, join the market, or don't get discouraged because there are no jobs. You don't need a job, okay? You need to be a good developer and to contribute, and a job will come later, right? In this time, you can learn and you can join projects, open source projects, and build your contributions portfolio, which is one of the biggest things. Whenever I am higher, I am in a higher process. For I am a contractor, so I don't get jobs, but I get projects. And whenever they are chatting with me about a project, the first thing that they ask is a GitHub and contributions to open source. And since I have a bunch, they usually call me, right? And that's one of the main things. And uh, and if you do this right, I can assure you will get a job, and a very good job, when the bull run starts.
Yeah.
But don't expect one before that.
Yeah.
So
Right now they are just scanning the markets. So
even the
And it's this cycle. So during the bull run, they just hire a lot of people. Then when the economy contracts, they will lay off a lot of people. They keep the best, but at the meantime, these guys that were laid off, they gain the experience. They will probably evolve, and on the next bull run, they will hire again, and then they will lay off and keep the best ones.
yeah,
So it will always be like this. It's like on the real world economy, it's the same, right?
yeah,
So when you have these bubbles, when there's a lot of money, companies just hire a lot, then they just lay off and keep the best. So it's this cycle over and over again. And on crypto, it's the same. It's a different cycle because it happens on different timings, but it's the same. What happens is exactly the same.
yeah. So uh, this is the what I think it's the correct way to become a Web3 developer. You need, if you follow these steps, learning first, then starting your own projects and doing the entire process since uh, development to deployment to mainnet to test it out and so on. Probably get hacked
Don't
in the
forget,
way
don't forget
and
tests.
stuff like that.
Don't forget to test your code. It's very important to show that you are focused and you are committed to test the shit you do.
Yeah,
So really don't forget about it, because when you are going to show something, I do my code, I do my testing, and I have all these guarantees that this is working. So this is good code.
yeah. Especially if you are going to the smart contract, to the backend part of it, because front end tests are important. Don't get me wrong, but they are less critical. Okay, uh, in to develop smart contracts, anything less than 100% code coverage is garbage.
Yeah,
It's like developing stuff uh, for space, right?
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
if you
You
don't
have to
cover
double test it.
if you don't cover the entire code in testing, and if
Yeah.
you don't do multiple types of tests and fuzz tests and
Yeah,
all those,
edge testing, whatever testing you can
yeah,
come up with, it's
and
not good enough if you don't do it.
use tools like Slither and Mithril to
Yeah,
go through and then static analyze your code and try to figure out multiple uh, common mistakes that lead to vulnerabilities and exploits, um, and so on. That is a must.
well,
I am an auditor for several companies, and usually when I see a code base, when I'm starting an audit and I don't see configuration for Slither, that's the first thing I do in
yeah.
the code.
It's worth saying that there are websites that have common vulnerabilities that people develop on code. So apart from Slither, which is a really good tool, you should always be up to date to the vulnerabilities um, that keep coming up every time. So yeah, that's another thing that you should be all up to date.
And finally, the icing on top. When you feel good working in this space and you feel you are already a good developer or medium developer in this space, find a CTF. CTF is capture the flag. It's like a game, and there are plenty of those around, and mostly for backend developers, smart contract developers. Uh, I would advise you to do them all that you can find. Just go to Google and put Web3 CTF or smart contract CTF or whatever. There is one that is Ethernaut from Open Zeppelin, which is very nice. There are plenty of them. Just the easiest one, and it's more like a learning game that you can also do is crypto zombies, I
Crypto
think.
zombies is really fun way to learn. Yeah.
Yeah, and then for more advanced stuff, just search around. Ethernaut, you can start with Ethernaut. It's a cool project. Well, the first time that I did that, because they are always evolving that, and I from time to time I go there. We must do that, Miguel. We must do Ethernaut live
Mhm.
here
Yeah.
uh, in some episodes. I hope so. Uh, Whenever I go there, I just spend like 2 or 3 days almost without sleep so that I can finish the entire thing. It's really crazy. I really love it. And we'll learn a bunch of that with those CTFs because they are just uh, if you enjoy this space and if you want to be a kick-ass blockchain developer, that's a must,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah, this is how you become a blockchain developer nowadays. It's a lot different than today, 2 years ago, because of the bear market and all the changes in the market. Uh, Usually, when there's a bull run, you will get hired for a
Yeah.
gazillion
Just for existing.
a gazillion of dollars. Just as much as you say, they pay.
Yeah.
If you have the right background and if you've done what we said, um, I don't doubt that in 2024, uh, 2025, you will get a gazillion dollars doing this shit if you're good.
Yeah.
Okay, but money comes after. Don't put that as your goal. Your goal should be a kick-ass Web3 developer, and then money comes.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it comes. Uh, Maybe it comes more than you can handle. Usually, it's like that.
Yeah.
So these are the steps, man. Just learn, learn, experiment, and help open source projects in the way. And you will get the results you want. I am pretty sure. It's not easy, it's hard. Uh, but if you join the movement for the right motivation, you will love it. You will love the
Yeah.
process. And
Yeah.
when the good times come, with hard training comes great results.
Oh yeah.
So
Indeed.
that's the way. So hope this motivates you a little bit to join this space. And yeah, if you have any questions, if you want any help from us, reach us out on our social media. We have a Telegram channel just uh, for decentralized. So join us there, ask around, um, say hi. Um, Anything you need, just ping us. And yeah, if you got any value from this video, just do the usual, press the like button only once, uh, uh, click subscribe to get notified of
Yeah.
other videos that we push. We are pushing videos every
Every Monday and Friday,
uh,
and occasionally on
and
Wednesday.
occasionally any day of the week. We
All
are
right.
pushing videos very frequently. So
Yeah,
And
follow us for new content, and we will try to be as amusing as possible, and bring you the best information that we can deliver.
that's the way. And thanks for joining us in our mission to decentralize the world
Yeah, wisely.
wisely. And the microphone today is getting in my way all the
Yeah, I
time.
noticed this. You are picking on it on the little
The
guy.
guy is the guy is picking on me, not the other
Yeah,
one.
maybe there can be.
And so, see you in the next episode, guys.
See you in the next
Cheers.
one, guys.
Bye bye.